Welcome to episode 12 of Mind Your Buzzness. Beautiful day for it too. So, back at the hive for the first time in about probably a week actually. I need to check my diary, but anyway, it's been at least a week and it's time to take one of the supers off because I'm pretty sure now all the bees should have exited it. Now, I did say in the other episode though is that when you put an escape board on the hive, you should really take the super off within a couple of days, otherwise the bees will find their way back in. If that's the case, then so be it. We'll figure a way of getting them out of there. But yep, super ready to come off. We'll check the progress of the new super and the new frames that I put in, and maybe just have a quick look and see how that second brood box is going as well since I put that on. But the hive is looking pretty busy today. So let's get stuck in and hopefully get us some honey. Right, so let's have a look in this super and just see if we've managed to get all of the bees out. I'm expecting there'll be a couple in there. Oh no, looks rather empty. Having a quick look through. Yep, totally empty. That's good. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, let's check this super and just see if they're filling it out. Yeah, not much being done on those frames, which is what I expected, but I have swapped these new frames out for the next honey super down, which is a lot fuller. That's looking pretty good. Still some cells to fill, to cap rather. Two very good frames. Still to cap. So these cells here are completely empty. They don't really seem like they're in much of a hurry to fill those ones. We'll have a quick check of the next super down, which will have more of the newer frames in it. A couple of other ones that I moved down. So yeah, as expected, nothing on the new ones, but can't expect miracles in a week. But we'll see how they're going with these middle ones. Yep, absolutely chocker full of nectar. So a bit of drying out to do, a bit of capping on those. Same kind of deal, lots of nectar, lots of capping needed. Same deal again with those ones. So a decision to be made. Might be a bit too late for them to start filling out these ones, so I think I might reduce down to a single super. It's probably going to be the best move, I think, in looking at where they are now, and now that we're into March. I don't want to overwhelm them and give them all this space, which would contribute to weakening the hive. I think I was a bit optimistic in the last episode, but hey, beekeeping's all about learning as you go, isn't it, in a lot of respects. And And I think I may have jumped the gun a bit by adding an extra super. But with that in mind, we'll check that other brood box and see how they're going. Lots of new brood on that one. So good to see. Yep, I don't know how well you can see the eggs in the bottom of those cells, but there are eggs. Quite a few grubs in the bottom of some of those cells there. And there's Her Royal Highness in all her green dotted glory. Beautiful girl. Yeah, looks really good. Quite a bit of honey starting to form around the outside there, so that'll be perfect for their colder month feed. Lots of eggs in those cells. Good bit of honey on that one and more to come. Heaps of open cells there with nectar. A lot of honey on this one. Bit of pollen as well. That's all going to be honey by the looks. Same with that one at this stage. And still work to be done on these ones. But tracking well. Okay, quick check in the other brood box. Oh yeah, pollen stores galore in there. Alright, anyway, so extremely happy with that one. By doing this, actually, the frames sit a little bit better. Because sometimes after my checks, if I haven't done a bit of burr cleaning or removal, I don't get a very tidy seating of the excluder, and then the frames above it sometimes sit a bit out of place too. So what I said I'd do is take that extra super off again, because you know, now that I'm back and I've seen that they haven't really touched those new frames, I sort of semi thought that was going to be the case, but because they haven't really touched those new frames, I think I'm going to do them a favour and not weaken the hive, because we're into March and I'm going to take those pink frames back out now and just let them work on the one super for a bit longer. Then hopefully we'll have that other super to take off. And then, because they do have honey stores in the brood boxes, what I might actually do as well is feed them as well through the winter months, the sort of late autumn during winter. As I say, all learning. Yeah, so no activity at all on there. But that's fine. And then we'll move these other frames in actually. What I might do, the filler frames I will put on the outside. So those two, we'll move this one in because there's still some work to be done there. So there's a full frame, move that out. That one next to it. That one could be a second in. That one definitely can stay in the middle. And that could be one of the middle frame, that could be the third one in. It could be more of a middle. And then we'll grab these ones, because that still needs a bit of work, so that can go there. Oh, girlies. the second one in. Yep. So as you can see, that still needs a fair bit too. So put that one there. Second in. And then this one, which still needs a little bit of capping. But all in all, a pretty good frame. That can go, oh actually that's quite bad, isn't it? Well, it's not bad, it's just not as full. I'll actually put that one in the centre. And then we'll just give them a bit of a space out. Okay, so now we've got a super. It's primarily filler. And the bees don't have to worry too much about this other one. This is obviously, I didn't expect to have to take it off again so soon, but that's okay. It's the way it is. And we've got the new box. Probably utilise the bee brush. I don't really want to take any of these ladies home. Didn't expect, as I said, to be taking this one home so soon, but nothing's happened on them. I am slightly concerned that this is just giving them too much to do. But it's all learning, isn't it? So, a bit of a milestone moment really in my beekeeping journey. Been doing it since early October, and I thought what we'd do is we'll have a quick look frame by frame through this super, my first ever honey super. And I probably need to do it quickly too because there are bees in this garden. So, good looking frame, and there's still a couple of cells which they haven't actually sealed yet. Still full of nectar. Now when I harvest that, it probably won't have a detrimental effect on the honey itself because there's so little of it. This one here, quite a messy one, but I mean there's nothing in any of these. But that is an absolutely solid other side, right? Ready for the harvest. It's a very heavy frame. And there you go, there's some more there. It's very uneven. I don't know how well you can see that if I was to just tip that. Very uneven. And still a fair bit of uncapped cells, but not too fussed. Now this one looks like the heaviest, yep, and it feels it for sure. So this particular frame is extremely uneven. And still a few uncapped cells on that side, but still full enough. That's probably the best frame in the whole super. Both sides pretty much completely sealed. It's a good one. Oh yep, it's also pretty stunning, but also quite uneven as well. You can see that, it's quite a bobbly one. And the final two, it's a good one, also uneven and a little bit messy on that side, but nothing too bad. And the final frame on this side, also a little bit messy, but probably as full as we're going to get it. Let's have a quick look at this, like words got out. She's like, oh my god, I've hit the jackpot. So there you have it. Check those brood boxes, they're looking pretty fine. The queen is still going strong, laying where she needs to. Lots of fresh brood, really decent looking pattern, and nothing seems untoward. So the hive's looking pretty strong going into sort of your autumn, winter. We're officially into autumn here now, which is why I kind of decided that taking this box off was probably the best thing to do, because, you know, if you give the bees all this extra space, it's only really going to weaken the hive, isn't it? It's going to make them more vulnerable to the cold. So taking this off, I think, was a good idea. Can save it for another day in the next season, because they're just not going to fill this out, even though I said in a previous episode that they probably would. I think I was just a little bit over enthusiastic about it, which I don't know, I'm sure can be understood. But yeah, I've taken this off again. I will put it aside and save it. But now they've only got one super to focus on, and hopefully then they'll just finish filling out those frames that I have left for them. And as you saw previously, the super that I did take off is looking pretty good for the harvest, so we'll be doing that in an upcoming episode, which I'm really excited about. So all in all, a good wee check. I'm pretty happy. I think the bees are looking quite strong going into winter, which has sort of bolstered my confidence in my decision to have taken this super off. So yeah, no major, and I'm super grateful for what they've been doing for us. So yeah, good bunch of bees, beautiful creatures, absolutely stoked with it. And I wish I'd caught this as soon as I got home and took the super and the this super and the honey super off and put them in my garage. The fattest bumblebee started hanging around. So it's quite amazing how they can pick up on it, eh? But anyway, once again, thanks for watching. This is Mind Your Buzzness. I'm Andy G. Whatever you're doing, have a super day.